Hi, let's talk about proximal urine conduction. In this video, we'll discuss the proximal pathway of urine conduction from the renal papillae to the ureters. So urine conduction as a process really begins at the renal papillae. So at the apices of all of these renal pyramids here are where the collecting ducts are going to empty into the minor calyces. So it's at this point that all of the processes of tubular secretion and reabsorption are finished and filtrate is unambiguously urine. You can see how surrounding these papillae we have minor calyces that cup and receive that urine. Minor calyces are going to coalesce or come together to form major calyces. Typically, we'll have about 3 to 4 minor calyces feeding into a major calyx. And then 2 or 3 major calyces will coalesce or come together to form the renal pelvis. A lot of illustrations are going to show these as very dilated. I can assure you that unless there's something pathological that's obstructing the flow of urine, the calyces and renal pelvis typically are not dilated. So that renal pelvis is then going to flow into a ureter, and that ureter is going to conduct urine to the urinary bladder within the pelvis. Here is what this looks like in a cadaveric specimen. So here we can see a renal pyramid. You can see how we can distinguish that from the cortex surrounding it. There is a minor calyx there, all the way to that part. And then here, slightly obstructed by this segmental artery, so there's another minor calyx, is a major calyx coming down. And then these 2 major calyces are coalescing to form this renal pelvis. And then from the renal pelvis, we move into the ureter. And that leads us to the assessment question for this video, which is, which structures coalesce to form the renal pelvis? Major calyces, minor calyces, renal papillae, or ureters? Well, we have minor calyces that cup renal papillae. These come into major calyces, so those would be the minor calyces. That would be a major calyx. And then several major calyces will come together or coalesce to form the renal pelvis. So the correct answer would be A, major calyces. Thank you very much for your time.